woke are going broke, and there's a real air of desperation. You can feel it. They're losing. They're losing the battle for the culture war, and they're going to new and more extreme heights to shriek out in panic. This time, we're not talking about Sports Illustrated. No, we're talking about Harry Potter. We're talking about J.K. Rowling. She's back, and they can't stand it. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Pro Channel. A happy place as always, and happy to have you as well. Thank you for sharing your time with us. We are monitoring a situation ongoing in which it seems that the world is catching up with what we've been saying for a while now, and that is that the postmodern, neo-Marxist, tribalist kind of mentality, well, it's losing, and it's losing badly. The moderate mainstream is winning. The common sense middle ground overcoming. And this, we begin with a discussing film tweet to show you the level of panic they feel on the other side after having spent the last 5 to 10 years trying to utterly transform the world and finding that it's all, well, not going as they planned. Discussing Film tweeted this out, or posted this out, depending on how you want to say this. Known phobe. J.K. Rowling is now reported to be an active executive producer on the Harry Potter series, where she will be involved in the show's decision-making. And they're furious about this, of course, calling her names once more. She's well known. But really, folks, this is desperation at this point. This is going to happen. And it's going to happen because the market has spoken loudly. But let's go to the story that seems to bother them so. This by Tom Tapp from yesterday, out of Deadline. Harry Potter TV series on Max. Everything we know about the cast, release date, what J.K. Rowling says, and more. And before we read this article, I do want to remind all of you that we said that this was going to happen on this channel all the way back in January of last year. And not only that, but if you'll hang in for just a few, folks, as I stutter my way through this video, if you'll hang in for just a few, I'm going to show you exactly that video, and I'm going to show you exactly where the Harry Potter boycotters, where the mob that wanted to rise up against J.K. Rowling, I'm going to show you where they lost. Here it is, though, the article, of course. At its Max streaming event last April, Warner Brothers Discovery confirmed a new era is coming for Harry Potter fans. Of course, we announced that in January of last year. Took a few months. They came out with it. The company announced a TV series based on all 7 books about the boy wizard written by J.K. Rowling. This new Max original series will dive deep into each of the iconic books that fans have continued to enjoy for all these years, said Casey Bloys, chairman and CEO, HBO and Max Content, about the project, which he also assured fans would be a faithful adaptation. Again, this is why they're shrieking. This is why they're angry, because it's going to be a faithful adaptation. It is not Harry Potter for modern audiences. They hate that. Early reports had each season of the series focusing on one book in the Harry Potter book series, which consists of 7 novels. But Bloys said the project would run for 10 consecutive years. Again, they hate that. Think about this, folks. Over the past year, we have watched as they have attempted to boycott Harry Potter. They did not want you to play Hogwarts Legacy. They did everything they could to stop you from playing Hogwarts Legacy. They attempted to dox and ban and torment any person who decided to stream Hogwarts Legacy. If you were on Twitch with Hogwarts Legacy, you were target numero uno. And here's 10 consecutive years of Harry Potter coming. And it's not just Harry Potter. Oh, they've got it buried at the bottom on Deadline. Don't worry. Buried at the bottom. Hang in there. We're going to read it. Whatever the case, Bloys promised that as the company embarks on its new Harry Potter adventure, we do so with the full care and craft of this franchise. Who is creating the Harry Potter series? Oh, I'm so glad they asked. Of course, it talks about Martha Hillier and Kathleen Jordan and Tom Moran and Michael Leslie, all people working very hard on it, and we're so glad that that's happening, right? But if we scroll on down, to the very, very bottom, what does Deadline say? Sources said that the top choices will go on to the next round in the UK, potentially meeting with Rowling herself. Oh, they can't stand it. Oh, they cannot stand it. They can't defeat this woman. And she's the most successful woman in the world. But much like Elon Musk, she is a woman who says what she thinks, and what she thinks does not align with the mob, with the postmodern, neo-Marxist, tribalist degenerates. She doesn't agree with them. They can't stand that they can't defeat her. If she would only join them and zombie out whatever phrase they want her to say each day, they would call her the greatest woman of all time. But because she has an independent thought, they cannot stand her. Going down here. Ditto J.K. Rowling, whose production company posted a 74% drop in profits in 2022. That rebounded somewhat after the stage version of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child proved to be a post-pandemic crowd pleaser. The author, okay, folks, listen to this. They can't stand it. The author, J.K. Rowling, target number one. She got, well, if this thing will hold steady, gotta love those ads. The author got a $10.5 million paycheck in 2023. Scream harder, mob! Get out there and attack her more, mob! Wowza. The success of the stage show demonstrates that there's still an appetite for Hogwarts-related content. It doesn't just show that. It also shows that the mob has less than zero impact on J.K. Rowling. In fact, I would dare say that the mob is actually bolstering J.K. Rowling. They're actually lifting her up because normal people don't agree with them. Normal people don't want to join their crazed side. And, well, here we are. But here's the one that we should end on before we go to the proof of what we said. The success of the stage show demonstrates that there's still an appetite for Hogwarts-related content. Likewise, the massive hit that is Hogwarts Legacy, which became the best-selling video game of 2023, moving 22 million units. 22 million units. It says that's fantastic, but for comparison, Rowling's 7 best-selling Harry Potter books have moved 600 million copies worldwide. Well, yes, they have, but that's all of them. That's all the books. That's one video game at 22 million units. One video game. That's pretty darn good, especially when you consider the cost of a video game. Folks, let's go to a video now that we recorded back in January of last year. It's going to be short, I promise. But I want to show you that we've been on the ball here the entire time. The success of Hogwarts Legacy was always going to determine whether or not J.K. Rowling and Warner Brothers and everybody else was going to get on board together and make some good stuff. And guess what? The boycotters failed. That's why, well, it's just one of many reasons. They're in an utter panic right now. An utter panic! Here's the video. The big thing here, and I know that there are, oh my gosh, there's so many more subscribers than just 2 weeks ago when I first launched the channel. But 2 weeks ago, the opening day salvo of 5 different YouTube videos I put out there, one of them was about the Harry Potter reboot. And that's a real thing. And it's something that we have been hearing about from back channels, from sources that Warner Brothers Discovery wants to do. They want to get something out there that returns back to young Harry Potter, because if you don't have a young Harry Potter, then you can't sell young Harry merchandise, really, because you don't have new content. And the issue there is that what Warner Brothers Discovery is looking at is that everything Fantastic Beasts, all of this auxiliary stuff to Harry Potter, it just doesn't, it's not connecting with the fans. The brand loyalty isn't there in the same level. But everything that's related to Hogwarts, related to young Harry Potter, all the original characters, the books, etc., people love it. Even the people who don't like the original author, J.K. Rowling, they still love those original stories. And so Warner Brothers needs to get back to it. Now, this is sort of the barometer that they're using. This game, they're trying to judge, like, can we go back to that stuff? Or, you know, is the demographic that's angry about this franchise, is it big enough that it's too problematic to go back right now? And so far, it looks like that no, that this property, although there will be a backlash, this property is huge and it makes a lot of money, and businesses like money. All right, welcome back to Modern Times, and here it is, this out of Kotaku. And we're going to Kotaku because I'm sure they enjoy reporting on this. Haha, maybe not. Zach Zweisen, the author here over on Kotaku, Hogwarts Legacy just broke a 14-year games industry streak for the first time since 2008. Something other than Call of Duty or a Rockstar game was the bestseller. something produced by J.K. Rowling. You see, folks, it's so funny to me to watch Star Wars. You know, they'll defend Kathleen Kennedy to the ends of the earth. And oh, come Monday, you wait. We've got the video for you if you want to see that takedown. But they'll defend Kathleen Kennedy to the ends of the earth because she says and believes what they want you to say and believe and what they want her to say and believe. And this is a religion that demands conformity. You will conform to what they demand. There's only one problem. Most people don't agree with them, and most people are off-put by them. But they'll defend Kathleen Kennedy to the ends of the earth. J.K. Rowling, they despise her because it's not about all women. They don't support all women. And they attempted in every way possible to destroy Hogwarts Legacy, and they couldn't because they can't control the masses, and it's driving them insane across every domain possible. Disney is being driven downwards. They are watching as numerous things across the socio-political background are not going the way they want, and they're terrified of the horizon that is looking forward. According to newly released data, 2023's best-selling video game was Hogwarts Legacy from Warner Brothers Games. Also, folks, as we read this, please take note that this game did not release for the Nintendo Switch, the biggest platform possible, until late in 2023. What does it mean? It means it's going to get bigger, much bigger. And that means for the first time in over a decade, the top-selling game of the year wasn't Call of Duty, wasn't Grand Theft Auto, or any other Rockstar-published game. Released in February 2023, Hogwarts Legacy wasn't a hit with critics. No, it was not. No, it was not. And ended up not winning any major awards. Oh, it didn't win any major awards from the super woke video game industry. Oh, goodness. Oh, however will they comfort themselves at night? J.K. Rowling, you're going to have to stuff more $100 bills into your pillowcase so that you can cry your tears and absorb them with all your money. These people are so lame. Oh, we didn't get your little plastic trophy. Oh, but we did get the biggest video game of all time in the past year. I'll take it. But there are a lot of Harry Potter fans in the world, and the first big AAA open world game set in that universe was bound to be a smash hit, even if it's not very good. It's not very good. We don't like the thing that most people really, really, really like. Poor babies. It also helped that the game was ported to basically every platform under the sun, including the Nintendo Switch. Yes, because no one knew when it was coming out that it was going to be released on all the possible consoles it could be released on. That's such a new and novel idea for third-party games. So it's not a big shocker. It sold very, very well. Yet it is surprising to see it break a long-running streak that started all the way back when George W. was still in the White House. On January 18th, Matt Piscatella, video game industry analyst and executive director at Circana, tweeted some interesting stats about video game hardware and software sales across the whole year of 2023. Included in these new stats was the confirmation that, yes, Hogwarts Legacy was 2023's best-selling video game in the United States. According to the newly released data, Hogwarts Legacy was his best-selling game of the year on PS5 and PS4. Over on Xbox Series XS and Xbox One, it was the second best-selling game, and it was number 5 on Switch. Why was it number 5? Because it didn't release until the end of the year on Switch, because they were working on getting it where it could run on the Switch, which has antiquated hardware, but a fantastic delivery of said hardware. Now, consider this, folks. This means that Hogwarts Legacy is going to continue selling to a ravenous audience all throughout this coming year because the Switch, well, it's not yet fully inundated the consumers with the game yet. Not everybody has bought it yet, and you're going to see that happening more and more. Even though it was not released until very late on the Switch, it still beats Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, and any other Rockstar game. It becomes the first game to do so in a very long time. 2009 is when that streak started. Now it is broken. And so there you go. There's the list. Number 1, Hogwarts Legacy. Number 2, Call of Duty. Number 3, Madden NFL. Spider-Man 2. And number 4, Legend of Zelda. Number 5, you get the idea. So that's the list, folks, and that's the story. They are furious about it because they cannot control what's happening. Hogwarts Legacy. You all who enjoyed it, by the way. My gosh, Valiant Renegade enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy. So many of our friends loved Hogwarts Legacy. I'm thinking about Mary Mayhem. I'm thinking about NDA Andrew, formerly known as Caffeinated Wolf out of the Rippaverse. So many people loved Hogwarts Legacy. And so many of these imbecilic babies tried to kill it. They tried to stop it. They tried to boycott it. They wanted to ruin your life if you dared stream this thing that was outside of their orthodoxy. It failed. It utterly failed, completely failed. And because it failed, it has put the green light on every other thing to do with Harry Potter, because people generally support J.K. Rowling. And that's the bottom line. These are a tiny fringe, shrieking, screaming minority of folks who act like immature, unacceptable degenerates. That's what they are. That's what they act like. And that's what the entertainment industry is grappling with right now, is that they have washed themselves full of these people. It's happening at Disney, by the way. We'll be talking about it next week. Many of these companies, they cannot come back in short order, because they have filled their ranks with these kinds of people who they are not productive individuals. They are deconstructing types of individuals. They will deconstruct and destroy, and they are monolithic in their thought. They are tribalist in their beliefs, and they will cast out anybody who they deem unworthy of being in their group or who is disadvantageous to their group at the moment. So that's the story for today. By the way, we did a video yesterday on the Has-Been Hotel doing a market analysis of the Amazon cartoon, which is sort of co-opting the ideas out of Judeo-Christian beliefs about the devil. And we did a video yesterday on that, talking about the risk that Amazon faces. There was massive pushback on that video. But guess what? Privately, what we can see, 86% like to dislike ratio. In other words, 86% of people out there click that like button on that video. Also, that video earned more new viewers to the channel than any video we have had in the past 2 months. And so I say kudos to the fact that a lot of folks clicked on that expecting that they were going to get the satanic panic, oh, it's the Christians, oh, they're terrified. And they clicked on the video, and they got a nice educational video on market analysis and risk assessment that corporations need to make. Who knows? Maybe they came away a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser. I don't know. Folks, we're following the Pelt story as well. Disney in a real panic, Iger's legacy at stake, and the D-Files over on Film Threat coming out. All of this happening as Harry Potter revivifies. And wow, the landscape is changing quickly. Hollywood is desperately trying to get its mind wrapped around the fact that they are misaligned with the general public. But you are not, because you keep coming to the channel that keeps you ahead of the culture curve. Folks, if you like content like this, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe. When you click it, you do stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. And drop a comment down below. Do not let this just be one individual talking to you, but no, join in the conversation. We read those comments, and we care about what you think. The Pro Show is live Tuesdays at noon Eastern Time. Make sure you stop on by. We have a massive show this Tuesday as we take a look at the fact that someone at Disney, we won't tell you who just yet, but someone at Disney destroyed their ability to make good stuff. And we know who that person is. And we're going to talk about it. And you're going to know who that person is. And you might be shocked about who it is. So we'll tell you all about it real soon. Folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Hey everyone, I'm Wilton the Troll, and I got a really important PAS. I just feel it's important to take a moment to reflect on the current slate of Star Wars movie. I mean, we haven't had a woman take the lead on any Star Wars projects whatsoever in Star Wars yet. And that's partly because other women who are leading Star Wars, they don't want to let that happen, which totally isn't stereotypical of women. Am I right, ladies? But here we are, with director Charmin Abinadab Chinook or something. Anyway, she's a woman who's bringing a lot of weight to Star Wars because of her, pedigree. And yes, it's time for a woman to lead Star Wars. I mean, saying that has totally worked in every other sphere of life, especially politics. Come on, Hillary Clinton, you tell them that it's time for a woman to smash that patriarchy. Anyway, that's all I have to say, and I think it's important for you to know that. Thank you.